Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Bodcast. It's episode 33, and I'm here, and Ian is also here.
Hello.
Hello. And what are we talking about today?
Bricks and pieces.
Bricks and pieces, pick a brick, and all the changes that apparently are coming, and the service in general, I guess.
Yeah.
So, let's just clarify the difference between bricks and pieces and pick a brick. And when we say pick a brick, we don't mean the wall in the physical stores, which actually, if you go into the physical stores, is actually called pick and build. So
yes, just to confuse everyone.
Why we call it pick a brick, I'm still not sure. But pick a brick is the online service where you can get a subset of parts. It's a very small list of parts, but in bulk.
Yeah.
At high price, or like just prices, and those are picked
at just prices.
At just prices. So I'm not, as in, just I don't know. I don't know what I meant by that. Each item has a price. Is what I mean.
Right.
It's not. They're not inflated prices. I don't know. It sounded like that's what I was trying to say. They're not inflated prices. They're not cheaper prices. They're just prices.
Okay. I suppose the other things that you have to buy with a riddle.
It's not like you buy in bulk and you get a discount. It's just a way of buying in bulk.
Yes,
That's what I'm trying to get at. And I believe those are picked by like weighing them and stuff, because they're like a. Someone doesn't sit out and count 100 of each piece, do they?
I have no idea.
I don't think those are manually picked.
Okay.
I think there's some sort of automation in that process. And then you also have the bricks and pieces service, which is a vastly bigger selection of parts.
Yeah.
So most items from sets, other than licensed items, will appear on bricks and pieces at some point. They will probably run out of stock at points as well, but you can then buy those again for no cheaper or anything than. But it's just a way of getting an item from a set that you might not buy.
Yeah. I mean, presumably they're on there for whilst it's in a set that is still in production.
Yes, so they're not going to make more of it to keep that stocked. There'll be some stock.
Yeah.
And once that's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Unless they're still making it, and then they'll probably restock it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So those are the two different things we're talking about today. The online one. There's the third one where you can get missing parts for free.
Yeah.
But that is not a service you can just get parts from. That's only if you are missing something from your set.
Or if a part is broken. We've had a couple of replacement parts.
If you've got broken parts. But generally you'll see the missing parts and the bricks and pieces parts, they're the same sort of list.
Yeah.
It's any part from this set, essentially. But I would assume if you had a licensed part that broke, you could order those.
I think so.
I'm not sure whether you can via the automatic way, but you could definitely contact customer services and they're going to help you out, I think. So, those are the two services. And Lego have announced that they are changing the system so that there is just one hub that you go to. And the reason they said they were doing that is because people didn't seem to know about the bricks and pieces. Is that right? Bricks and pieces was the one that was underutilised.
Yeah.
But then that's the one where they have to manually pick, and therefore it's quite a costly service for them, I feel.
Possibly.
We always find with bricks and pieces orders, they take forever.
Yeah, so there are other changes as well. The way the parts are done is that they're sent out from warehouses.
Yes.
But there isn't a warehouse in the US. And so therefore, part orders from the US took a lot longer.
Are you sure there isn't a warehouse in the US? Because I watched someone's YouTube video sort of saying that certain things were sent from the US, but everything else came from Poland or something. But I understood that it didn't come from the US. So I guess no one really understands where it's all coming from.
So I thought it was that stuff either came from Poland or came from Billund. Those were the two places things came from.
Some of our orders come from Slough, which is in the UK. What are those ones?
I'm not sure.
I think those are the... No, I don't know.
But anyway, so soon, maybe next week,
Yeah.
the ability to buy pieces online in the US will go off for about 48 hours as they switch over to having a warehouse dedicated to fulfilling some orders.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting confused and thinking that's the point at which all the systems change, but it isn't.
No, that is...
So the same ordering system will come back online after they've made that change.
Yeah.
Then
so we get the first look at the new system in the start of February, they said.
Yep. So Europe and Asia Pacific?
Possibly.
I think both change at the beginning of February. And so at that point, there will be a single way of buying pieces. Kind of.
Yeah. So each piece... So you used to be able to find a piece on Pick-a-Brick and also find it on Bricks and Pieces. And the price might have been different. So one way would have been cheaper than the other. Not for every item, but there was always that possibility.
Yeah.
So that won't be the case anymore. If it's on there, it's going to be the same price no matter which route you get it from. Is that correct?
So there's only going to be one route. There's going to be a single interface for finding the pieces.
Yeah. But they're still coming from different places.
So, yeah, they will be categorised as either popular or regular. And the popular pieces are the ones which will come from Poland or the new warehouse in the US.
Right.
So they will presumably have big deliveries of those bits, and then they will be sorted out and they will be sent out from there. So if you buy just popular pieces, then it will come from the one warehouse. You have a minimum order that you need to spend in order to actually get it. So this is a change that went into, particularly went into the UK. Did it go into all of Europe?
I'm not sure.
That the Pick-a-Brick service had a minimum spend on it.
Yeah, so you couldn't just order one part.
Yeah.
Because that used to be one of your tricks for getting free delivery, didn't it? To order
so
one
yeah,
part.
There's this weird thing that the Bricks and Pieces qualify towards free shipping, but you have to buy something other than Bricks and Pieces to actually get the free shipping.
Yes.
So you could spend £50 on Bricks and Pieces and then buy one part for a penny on Pick-a-Brick, and that would get you free shipping, and they'd send you out that one piece separately.
Which
it was nonsense.
I mean, it's good that you got the free shipping. Bad that they wasted the packaging on a one piece.
Yes.
Like, yeah, maybe just don't send that item.
Yeah. So they brought in. In the UK, it was £12 for a minimum order on Pick-a-Brick.
Right.
So the new system, there's going to be a minimum order size on popular bricks and a minimum order size on regular bricks. So if you're buying from both, you have to make sure that you hit the minimum spend on both.
So have they advertised what that minimum spend will be?
I don't think so.
See, I think that's going to be possibly irritating.
Yeah, it will. If most of your pieces are popular,
and then
because that's the definition of popular, and then you want a couple of pieces that aren't, the pieces that aren't going to be enough to get you up to the minimum spend.
Yeah.
Also, both sets will then be sent out independently. Presumably, the non-popular pieces will take longer. I think you don't get any tracking on the order.
Where do those come from?
Those come from Billund.
Okay, so that's where the big warehouse of all the fancy parts are.
Yes.
Whereas they'll send some large quantities of popular parts to the other two.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's now a new minimum order on those, but the prices are becoming more in line, so that you can't find the same piece on both services. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Because it is just one service.
Yes.
They're changing the prices of, say, like a 1x2. If you had a green option, could have been 14p, whereas a blue option might have been 7p. Now, if it's a standard sort of colour, they'll all be the same price.
Yes.
If it's glow in the dark, translucent, or gold and silver, then it might be changed. I heard translucent.
Okay,
but I'm not
know
sure.
that definitely metallic, printed pieces,
printed as well,
or glow in the dark would be priced separately.
Yeah. So that's quite good, because often you would go and look at these parts and you'd go, well, it's cheaper in that colour, maybe I'll just order that colour,
Yes.
even though that's not the colour you specifically wanted. You made compromises on your bill to save money, and I think that would be nice. What would be bad is if they picked the highest price and like converged
Well, I think they
on
have
that.
said that some prices will go up as a result of this.
Okay.
It's also going to be interesting. They've said that they're going to be the same, but is that true if certain colours are classed as popular bricks and other colours aren't? Because then you're ordering them two different places.
Yeah.
As we said, it could be that the popular ones are purely done by weight and they have machines, so you go, I want 12 grams of this, and it gets poured out.
Yeah.
Whereas the unpopular pieces are hand sorted, so therefore it's going to cost them more to do.
So I guess we're going to have to wait and see whether their claim of the same type of brick will be the same cost. Because like you say, that is definitely a factor.
Or is it that that's why they've got that minimum spend order, so that makes up for it, and that covers the cost?
Because the cost of making the actual thing, it's the same machine. The plastic goes in one end, it's just a different kind of colour of plastic. So the cost is on the picking, not on the creation.
Yeah.
So if, like you say, they're covering that cost with the minimum order, then maybe it will be fine. I guess only time will tell on that. Yeah. Do you think that the new hub that they're pushing us towards, like, are they trying to push us that way and away from the stores? Is that why they put up the Pick-a-Brick cups in the UK? Because this new service is coming and they want to use that more.
I doubt it. I think they've put up the prices of the in-store pick and build wall is because they've worked out they can charge more for it.
Yeah, people will pay.
I don't understand that people are saying that it's logistics costs. It's like, no, they get sent big boxes of Lego bricks. The transportation costs of that aren't really important. It's not like they're sending out individual little packets and someone's then having to open them and split them up and do all sorts of weird things. It's just a big box of bricks. We've seen them at the Lego store. They will bring them out sometimes. If they've got a brick that you want but they've not put on the wall, they will bring the box out. So I don't think...
no one's sorting them. They're not sending all their Pick-a-Brick stuff to the stores all mixed together. That would be an evil job.
Yeah.
I have to say. Although I'd quite enjoy it. Maybe they could do that and I'll go and work in the store just sorting pieces. It's quite therapeutic sorting.
Okay.
Maybe I could work in one of the factories and handpick the orders, and I would do a better job than, like, as soon as the burp orders came in, I would be on that, fixing those problems.
Yeah. But so, I don't think that you can go, well, the shipping costs have gone up, therefore we're going to put prices up 25%. That seems like nonsense to me. It's they've gone, people are spending this money, we think they will spend this much money, therefore we'll put the prices up.
Yeah. Good business sense. Capitalise on the market that you've got and work out if they will pay you more. Risky, but maybe not.
So the other thing that we know from the hub is that they are changing the interface. Hopefully it will be less frustrating. So they have said that the new system shouldn't lose people's orders.
They've literally said that?
Yes.
Okay.
That you shouldn't be halfway through an order and you accidentally refresh the page and it's suddenly gone. They're saying that it's using the same ordering system that the rest of the site uses, which has worked fine for years.
So they knew that they had issues with this service and they just didn't care to fix them. Because that was one of the most frustrating things when you've done a large bricks and pieces order, lots of little parts, and then gone.
Yep.
And it was so easy to do.
It was.
I also found it really frustrating when you've got a list of the part numbers and you can't actually paste them into the tool. And I don't know if that is just me, but I can't paste them in. That box does not accept it.
Weird.
But the top, there's two boxes. There's the set ID and the element ID. And if you put it in the set ID, it's fine. But you then obviously don't want it there, so you have to then type it in from that. But at least you then have it in front of you to type from. But you can't directly paste into the bottom box. It's so frustrating.
So hopefully
they'll fix
that will all go away. And it'll be wonderful. And they said that if there are problems with it, they will fix them.
So they're promising a better level of service.
I think so.
As part of this move.
Yeah.
As opposed to, we're just moving it to make it better for us, but if it doesn't work for you, we don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's hope.
Yep. And then they were also bringing in the Build a Minifig for the first time.
Oh yeah, online, which is actually quite nice for those who can't get to the stores or who don't have stores in their country.
Yeah.
I can't think which country doesn't have stores. I'm thinking I've heard someone complain
Probably
a lot.
some backwards, insignificant country that no one's ever heard of.
Harsh, Ian. Harsh. That is different. And I guess, is it going to be the same pieces that you can get in the stores? That might be good, because I always go to the store to get those. And I've been today to get the latest ones. And they don't have them, and it's disappointing. And it's a waste of petrol. And I could just get them online. But will there be a minimum spend?
Well, it's Lego, so they will presumably be part of the £50 to get free delivery.
I don't really want to buy £50 of minifigures all the time.
No, but you could buy 3 when you're buying another set.
Yeah. That's true. And I guess the Build a Minifigure has been getting a bit less good because you can't do it yourself. You can't switch the heads these days unless you get a decent employee who understands the point of Build a Minifigure.
Who understands the definition of the word Build a Minifig.
Yeah. And you can't do the things where you get like 10 pigs or whatever, which was super cool. So I guess it's better. Will you be getting a discount on buying 3 like you do in the store?
We don't know.
No, I guess we'll find out. The one good upshot of the whole thing is that now anything you buy from Pick a Brick and Bricks and Pieces, because it's just now the hub, counts towards promos.
Yes.
And that wasn't the case before. Pick a Brick did, but Bricks and Pieces didn't. And normally we've spent a large amount on Bricks and Pieces, not on Pick a Brick. So we would be eligible for more promos.
Yeah.
And I think
because this is only general promos. A lot of the promos recently have been you have to spend on this specific thing
that's
to
true.
get. That you still don't have any luck with.
No.
Because they don't count these bricks as being from a theme.
Yeah, this is a city brick, and this is a Monkey Kid brick, and this is a Ninjago brick. I mean, they could definitely find some that are more common in those.
If you buy grey bricks, that counts towards Star Wars.
Yeah.
If you buy purple ones, that's Friends. Yeah, they can just do it based on colour.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're going to do that. I feel like that might be overcomplicating it somewhat.
It might.
But still, you can get like the tiger they've just had. That was £85 minimum spend, and we've just put in a over £80 Bricks and Pieces order, so we have another tiger. But we didn't because it didn't count. So, and how I want another tiger.
Do you?
Well, I'm not going to say no to free Lego.
Fair enough.
So it's a kind of a mixed bag of unknowns, but potential good things.
Yep.
I'm scared to say this, but they can't make it any worse. And now I wish I hadn't said it. But like the Bricks and Pieces stuff is notoriously bad. And
it is.
It's very frustrating, and it's a great service for getting the bricks, but it will like break you as a person.
And it's still a fairly cheap way to get the pieces.
Well, especially if you want to see get a piece that you are not prepared to buy that set.
Yeah.
And that would then also is quite good for like the green angle. You're not wasting all those other bricks. I mean, I can't imagine someone's going out and buying a set and then throwing the rest of the bricks away. So I guess it's still not waste, but like it still seems better.
Yes. Because I mean, we've definitely seen cases where buying them through Bricks and Pieces is significantly cheaper than buying them on Bricklink.
Yes.
And you kind of expect that for some of the pieces. So obviously things like the new sheep, you would expect to be quite expensive on Bricklink because there's only a limited number of them out there. Yeah. People are either having to get the sets made down or get them when they occasionally are in stock through Lego. But it's some of the pieces that have been on there for ages. Like we've bought an awful lot of burps for the city in dark tan and
dark bluish grey.
Dark bluish grey. And both of those are cheaper 3 bricks and pieces than they are on Bricklink by a significant margin.
Yep. Although I feel maybe on Bricklink they package them better.
But they've got them from Lego in the first place.
That's true, so they're still going to be covered in scratches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess on Bricklink they're trying to deter you from actually buying those as much because it costs them more in packaging and postage. And I know they pass those costs on, but I don't think they like doing them still. I don't know.
I don't know. It just seems weird that sometimes you'll look up a piece and you'd think on Bricklink it would be really cheap, but it turns out Bricks and Pieces it's the cheaper option.
Yeah, and then it's shiny and new.
Yeah, and if it's a piece that you need in bulk, then you go with Bricks and Pieces.
Yeah, it's a good service. I know that people don't know enough about it, and that's...
Yes. Well, the number of people who end up paying for delivery on it when they don't need to.
Yeah.
Because they've spent over £50 and it's added on the £2 delivery charge, and they've not gone, oh, if I add something else on, that £2 delivery charge goes away.
Yeah. I'd rather spend the £2 on a CMF or towards a CMF than... and actually get something.
Yeah. You can buy a brick separator for $1.99.
I don't want a brick separator. I've got
so you get a free brick separator and save a penny if you just add one of those into your basket.
Yeah. I don't think that's worth it. Don't do that.
No.
Find something else that's more important. Don't give that bad advice out. So yeah, hope for something better and a little bit of nervousness of what can they do. Because we know they're not great at this tech thing. So
they're not.
I guess we will see. Maybe we'll do another episode once it's out and we've tested it out just to see. So let us know what you think of these changes that are coming in the comments below, or catch us on Instagram if you are listening other than YouTube. Also, if you want to check out any of our back catalogue, that's available in a YouTube playlist, which is in the show notes, or I'll link up for you now. And we'll be back next week. Bye!
Bye.